Welcome to Fenralian Gamer. The gaming world is buzzing with excitement and rumors are spreading like wildfire. Today we take a look at the most talked about gaming news. Horizon 3 rumors are swirling, there are new clues about Hogwarts Legacy 2's release date, and Black Myth, Wukong's first major DLC has been revealed. We will cover all these developments in detail, but before we get into the details, I realize that most of you have already watched and passed by, but subscribing and liking is free. Come on, let's be generous. Subscribe to the channel and like the video so we can grow together. Let's get started. Let's first look at the details about Black Myth Wukong's DLC. The enemies, mechanics, and story expansions added to the game with the new expansion pack are already a big curiosity. Black Myth Wukong has emerged as one of the standout titles of 2024, captivating gamers with its stunning visuals, deep narrative, and challenging combat. Drawing inspiration from the legendary Chinese novel Journey to the West, the game delivers a unique blend of mythological storytelling and modern gaming mechanics. Its impressive presentation and innovative boss fights have set it apart from other action RPGs released this year. While not without its imperfections, the game's ability to immerse players in a richly detailed world has earned it a devoted following. Rumors of a DLC expansion have only heightened the anticipation, promising to deepen the story and expand upon the game's already impressive foundation. The base game's success creates an ideal platform for a DLC expansion. Black Myth Wukong has plenty of untapped potential, with its lore and gameplay offering fertile ground for further development. Expansions in the action RPG genre have historically performed well, as seen with Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, which achieved critical acclaim and captivated fans despite being an add-on. While the DLC for Black Myth Wukong may not reach the same scale, it has the potential to bring a fresh perspective to the game's core mechanics and narrative, ensuring it feels like a meaningful addition rather than a mere extension. Speculation about the DLC's release date has pointed toward early 2025, with a particular focus on Chinese New Year. According to gaming consultant Daniel Camillo, sources close to the project have suggested that the DLC could release around January 29, 2025. This timing would not only tie the expansion to a culturally significant holiday, but also provide ample time for players of the base game to recharge and rekindle their interest. Unlike the long wait between Elden Ring and its DLC, this relatively short gap feels well calibrated to maintain player excitement without oversaturating the audience. Aligning the release with Chinese New Year is more than just a marketing strategy. It reflects the game's deep cultural ties to Chinese mythology. Black Myth Wukong is a celebration of Chinese storytelling, and timing the DLC with this major holiday reinforces that connection. For players in China and those in the global Chinese diaspora, the DLC could resonate on a cultural and emotional level, much like how Western games often launch around Christmas to tap into the festive spirit. This release strategy could elevate the DLC beyond a gaming event to a broader cultural phenomenon. Timing aside, the DLC offers an exciting opportunity to address some of the gaps in the original story. The protagonist's journey in the base game is filled with hints and unfinished threads that could be explored further. Whether the DLC focuses on continuing the tale of the Destined One or shifts its perspective to another character, it has the potential to add depth to the narrative. Players have already fallen in love with the game's intricate world, and diving deeper into its lore would only strengthen their connection to the story. Expanding the game world is another avenue where the DLC could shine. The base game already features breathtaking environments, from mist-shrouded forests to ancient temples, each teeming with atmosphere and detail. A DLC expansion could introduce entirely new regions, each with distinct aesthetics and challenges. These new areas could serve as the perfect backdrop for fresh adventures while enhancing the sense of discovery that is central to Black Myth Wukong's appeal. The combat mechanics of Black Myth Wukong are a standout feature, offering a blend of fluidity and complexity that keeps players engaged. A DLC expansion could introduce new abilities, weapons, or enemy types to build on this foundation. By pushing the boundaries of the combat system, the developers could ensure that the DLC feels innovative while staying true to the core experience. Introducing fresh mechanics or tweaks to existing systems would provide seasoned players with new challenges and further distinguish the expansion from the base game. The rumored inclusion of multiplayer or cooperative elements in the DLC is another exciting prospect. While the base game is a single-player experience, allowing players to team up for certain missions or boss fights could add a new layer of engagement. Co-op gameplay could bring friends together to experience the game in a different way, enhancing replayability and broadening the game's appeal to a wider audience. Another key aspect of the DLC's potential success lies in its ability to embrace the mythological roots of the game. Journey to the West is a rich source of inspiration, and the DLC could delve deeper into lesser-known tales or characters from the story. Exploring these elements would not only enrich the game's narrative, but also celebrate the cultural heritage that makes Black Myth: Wukong unique. The early 2025 release window also places the DLC in an advantageous position within the gaming calendar. While major titles like Avowed and Kingdom Come: Deliverance II are expected to release around the same time, they cater to different gameplay preferences and won't directly compete for the same audience. Black Myth: Wukong's focus on action-oriented gameplay and mythological themes sets it apart from these titles, ensuring it retains its niche appeal. Compared to the crowded lineup of early 2024, the competition in early 2025 appears far more manageable. Games like Donkey Kong Country Returns HD and Civilization VII occupy entirely different genres and are unlikely to detract from the DLC's audience. This relatively clear window gives Black Myth: Wukong DLC the opportunity to shine without being overshadowed by other major releases. Releasing the DLC during Chinese New Year also serves as a thematic complement to the base game's narrative. The game's celebration of Chinese mythology aligns seamlessly with the holiday's cultural significance. This timing not only enhances the DLC's marketability, but also strengthens its emotional and cultural resonance with players, particularly those who share a connection to the source material. One of the most exciting aspects of a potential DLC is the chance to revisit content that was cut during the game's development. The base game hinted at numerous ideas and storylines that could be expanded upon in the DLC. Whether it's introducing new characters, exploring previously unseen regions, or diving into the protagonist's backstory, the expansion could provide players with fresh perspectives and deeper understanding of the game's world. The success of the DLC will depend on how well it balances innovation with familiarity. Players will expect the expansion to introduce new features and ideas while retaining the elements that made the base game so beloved. Striking this balance will be crucial to ensuring that the DLC resonates with both returning fans and newcomers discovering the game for the first time. Despite its immense potential, the studio behind Black Myth: Wukong Game Science has faced controversy in the past. Allegations of a toxic work environment, including instances of misogyny and fat phobia, have raised concerns about the studio's culture. Addressing these issues and fostering a healthier workplace environment will be essential for Game Science's reputation and the long-term success of the franchise. The next big bombshell: Horizon 3 rumors are stirring the gaming world. Exciting leaks for Aloy's new adventure have started to arrive, and gamers are already theorizing. Let's take a look at the details of the rumors. The Horizon franchise has taken players on an incredible journey, from the lush, robot-filled wilds of Horizon Zero Dawn to the expansive and culturally rich landscapes of Forbidden West. With Guerrilla Games crafting 2 stellar entries, expectations for a third installment are monumental. Horizon 3 has the unique opportunity to complete Aloy's saga, while also laying the foundation for the series' future. Here's how the third game could bring the series full circle and redefine its legacy. Aloy has become one of gaming's most iconic protagonists, but every great hero's journey must eventually conclude. While the Horizon universe has endless storytelling potential, Aloy's story arc deserves a definitive and meaningful resolution. Ending her narrative with a third game would allow Guerrilla to explore her character's growth fully, while ensuring her journey feels self-contained and purposeful. Fans have been invested in Aloy's evolution from an outcast to humanity's savior. Horizon 3 could solidify her legacy by providing closure that resonates emotionally, rewarding players who have followed her through countless battles and revelations. At the same time, a well-crafted ending could pave the way for new characters and stories within the rich Horizon universe. Nemesis, introduced as the looming threat in Forbidden West, is poised to be Aloy's most formidable challenge yet. This AI-driven antagonist embodies the catastrophic mistakes of the Far Zeniths and represents an existential threat to Earth's remaining civilizations. The stakes are higher than ever, and Nemesis offers an opportunity to explore the moral and philosophical questions that underpin Horizon's narrative. A showdown with Nemesis could lead to unprecedented consequences for the Horizon world. Whether Aloy succeeds in saving Earth or the planet is irreversibly changed, Nemesis has the potential to leave a lasting mark on the series. A daring narrative twist, such as a terraformed or ruined Earth, could break free from traditional save-the-world tropes and open the door to fresh storytelling possibilities. A cataclysmic event at the end of Horizon 3 could reshape the game's setting, much like Final Fantasy VI's shift from the world of balance to the world of ruin. Such a change would inject new life into the franchise by altering the familiar landscapes and societal structures players have grown accustomed to. Imagine an Earth where some tribes, like the Ken or Bannock, survive in isolated regions, adapting to a dramatically altered environment. This could add layers of history and intrigue to future titles, positioning Aloy's efforts as a pivotal chapter in a much larger saga. It's a bold direction that could elevate the franchise's already exceptional lore. The tribes of Horizon have always been a highlight, each with its own customs, technologies, and challenges. A world-altering event could deepen the significance of these cultures, allowing Guerrilla to explore how they adapt and evolve in the face of monumental change. For example, a shattered Earth could lead to unexpected alliances, rivalries, and migrations among the tribes. New lore could emerge from how these communities rebuild and reinterpret their histories, enriching the franchise with a sense of continuity and depth that few series achieve. The Horizon IP is already branching out, with a Netflix series and a multiplayer spin-off in development. A game that dramatically alters the status quo would provide fertile ground for these projects, allowing them to explore new stories without being constrained by Aloy's narrative. By tying the third game's conclusion to the broader Horizon universe, Guerrilla could ensure cohesion across its various mediums. This strategy could make the franchise feel even more expansive and interconnected, enticing fans to engage with every part of the Horizon experience. While Horizon's gameplay has always been engaging, Horizon 3 has an opportunity to push beyond its foundations. Introducing new mechanics that reflect the world's transformation, such as survival elements or deeper interactions with tribal communities, could make the game feel fresh, while staying true to its roots. Players could also see the return of familiar systems, like machine overrides, but reimagined in innovative ways. Guerrilla has consistently refined Horizon's gameplay, and a third installment could be the culmination of everything the studio has learned. One of the most exciting possibilities for Horizon 3 is its potential to subvert expectations. Instead of delivering a predictable victory, Guerrilla could craft an ending where the world is irrevocably changed. This bold narrative choice would not only surprise players, but also set the stage for future installments with new stakes and settings. Such a departure from conventional storytelling could elevate Horizon as a franchise willing to take risks. It would reinforce its identity as a series that values creativity and ambition over adhering to industry norms. Even if Aloy's journey ends, the Horizon universe is far from finished. A transformative finale could establish a foundation for new protagonists, settings, and conflicts. This approach would allow Guerrilla to experiment with fresh ideas while maintaining the franchise's core themes of survival, discovery, and humanity's relationship with technology. By crafting a world that evolves beyond Aloy's story, Horizon could remain relevant and compelling for years to come. Fans would be eager to see how the series continues to grow and adapt. Above all, Horizon 3 must honor Aloy's legacy. Her story has been a tale of resilience, courage, and hope, and it deserves an ending that feels both satisfying and profound. Whether through victory or sacrifice, Aloy's final chapter could leave a lasting impression on players and the gaming industry as a whole. By delivering a narrative that resonates emotionally while also challenging expectations, Guerrilla could cement Horizon as one of the most iconic franchises of its generation. Big news in the world of Magic. New clues about Hogwarts Legacy 2 have emerged, and fans are already excited. It's no surprise that Warner Bros. Is prioritizing Hogwarts Legacy 2, given the first game's massive success. Selling over 30 million copies, it became one of the most popular games of 2023. Warner Bros. Has even stated in interviews that expanding the Harry Potter universe is a top priority, with projects like the Wizards of Baking show and the new HBO series in development. This sequel is expected to align closely with the series, sparking speculation about whether it will focus on Harry Potter or introduce new characters and adventures. This is one of the biggest questions on fans' minds. While Warner Bros. Hasn't confirmed anything, they've hinted that the game will tie into the timeline of the upcoming HBO series, which starts in 2026. This could mean players might create their own characters again, living their own Hogwarts stories alongside iconic characters like Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Alternatively, Warner Bros. Could pivot entirely and make the game about Harry's story. Either way, it's clear the sequel will delve deeper into the wizarding world. While there's no official release date yet, we can make an educated guess. With the HBO series set to premiere in 2026, it's likely that Warner Bros. Will aim to release the sequel around the same time. Avalanche Software has already laid much of the groundwork with the first game, recreating Hogwarts, developing spell mechanics, and exploring iconic locations. With this solid foundation, they should have enough time to refine and expand the experience, making a 2026 or 2027 release plausible. The original game managed to launch on nearly every platform, including older consoles like PS4, Xbox One, and even Nintendo Switch. However, it's unlikely the sequel will follow the same path. With its probable release in 2026, Hogwarts Legacy 2 will likely focus on current-gen consoles like PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. This shift will allow the developers to push the game's visuals and performance to new heights, giving players an even more immersive experience. The possibilities for Hogwarts Legacy 2 are endless. From introducing new magical abilities and expanding the combat system, to exploring uncharted areas like Diagon Alley or the Ministry of Magic, the sequel has the potential to elevate the wizarding world to new heights. Fans are also eager to see deeper interactions with beloved characters and more intricate storytelling that ties into the larger Harry Potter universe. Unfortunately, it's still too early for a trailer. Since the game is reportedly in early development, we might not see any footage until 2025 or even early 2026. However, if Warner Bros. Follows the same marketing strategy as the first game, we can expect a teaser that builds excitement and gives us a glimpse of the magical journey ahead. Hogwarts Legacy 2 has the potential to become another groundbreaking entry in the Wizarding World franchise. Whether it focuses on Harry Potter's story or introduces new adventures, it's shaping up to be an experience fans won't want to miss. That's all from me for today, friends. Black Myth Wukong's DLC, Horizon 3's intriguing rumors, and Hogwarts Legacy 2's potential innovations. It's all on the gaming agenda, and more details will be revealed in the coming months. So, which one excites you the most? If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.